Brooke, it's been too long. I'd love to catch up for a little bit, but first, would like to let you know that I have something that I wanted to send you in the mail, and it has to say refrigerated. Is there a day in which I can have it delivered to you? Hey, Allie. What do you plan on sending me that has to stay cool the whole time? If it's something that could spoil or any other kind of food type, we don't need it here. No, it's something else actually. Look, this year you guys won't be coming to our house for Labor Day, right? So I was thinking, since it'll be the last bit of summer, I'd send some of Ben's favorite ice cream. The last time he stayed over here, he went to an ice cream shop just around the corner from us and absolutely loved their ice cream. Ah, that stuff that was pretty expensive, right? I remember he even got himself a pint of it to take home so that he could eat more of it later. That's right. So I was thinking of sending an ice cream cake to you guys from that store. So can you tell me a day that would work best for you to have it delivered on? Alright, then have that ice cream cake here on this Saturday for us. Anytime after lunchtime will do. Will do. I'll put it in for this Saturday anytime after 12 o'clock. Alright, thank you. Make sure that you eat a lot of it as well, okay, Brooke? My son has had to be at work a lot recently, so it's left you having to deal with Ben and the chores all on your own, right? And just like this time, he's had times in the past where he's been away for work for long periods of time, right? Thank you so much for being there for my boy. No, that's quite alright actually. I married him knowing that he'd be working out of town a lot, and so I don't need to be thanked for marrying him. Ben hasn't been lonely because of it? He's already in 3rd grade now, and he understands that his dad has to be at work a lot and doesn't mind either. He knows that his dad is doing it for the purpose of supporting him and I. My, so he's finally growing up that fast, is he? And if he continues down this path of picking up on things quickly, he'll be a real relief for both me and my husband. And as for my husband, it's nice that he's making a lot of money with his work. His work even rarely has to go through any layoffs, so it's a real blessing that he's made a career within that company. Well, that sounds about right. He works for the government, so he doesn't have to be worried about anything like that. But just thinking of Ben, he's still in elementary school, so he has a lot of time to change from the way he is now into someone else entirely. Now that I think about him, what is he up to right now? If you can make it work, I'd love to call him for a bit to talk to him since it's been so long. Do you think the two of you can call on another day? Right now he's with one of his friends at the library working on some reading practice so that he doesn't fall behind over the summer. Oh, how amazing of him to do that. When my son was in elementary school, he never cared that much about studying or anything to do within his school. Ben is really shaping up to become as great as you are, Brooke. Well, I've always told him that he can't go out and play until he spends some time making himself into a better boy. Even though you say that to him, I know a lot of kids that never listen to their mothers and actually do that. Ben really is a perfect little boy. Well, then I guess I can wait for another day to hear his voice over the phone. Alright, I'll make sure he talks to you soon. Please, and thank you. Now, good luck with Ben, okay? It's still been pretty hot out for August, so make sure that you take care of yourself and don't overheat. Brooke, I just received that letter in the mail that Ben wrote for me. He even made a cute little picture for me, and it's warmed my heart up so much. Can you tell Ben thank you for me the next time you see him? Huh? You got a letter in the mail? Yeah, something that looks almost like a postcard came in the mail from him. Does this mean that you never knew he sent something like that to me? Yeah, I don't know a single thing about that. He didn't say anything rude to you in that letter, did he? There was not a single thing in there that came off as rude to me. Just things about how the ice cream cake was delicious and that he's been going to the library a lot to keep up on reading. He also wrote that he wants to come see me and his grandpa really soon. Is that so? Well, if there was nothing off about that letter, then that's a relief for me. But it's just amazing. I never expected that a kid his age would already know how to write and send me a letter. It's been a whole year now since we met, so this has really made me so happy. I'll let Ben know that for you, okay? I wonder where that boy learned to even send mail in the first place. Right now, most kids are all focused on using smartphones and things like that, right? You have a point there. I didn't teach him anything about that either. He probably ended up learning about it at school from one of his teachers. Haha, maybe he was asking one of them how to do so they had no choice but to show him. He's at the age now where if he sees someone else doing it, he'll want to try it out for himself. Allie? I know that I'm only just bringing this up now, but I think that you're being a little excessive with how often you contact me. Perhaps I told you about this once before, actually. I'm sorry, Brooke. Since then, I hadn't heard anything else from you, and after getting the letter in the mail from Ben, I wanted to let you know how happy I am. I know that you're not trying to be rude or anything by talking to us this much, but it's becoming a bit of a problem. It hasn't even been a whole week since the last time you texted, so you need to do something about that. And as for you sending us things in the mail, I'd rather that you don't do that anymore. I'm sorry for thinking about you all so much, but I really don't mind sending you guys gifts in the mail. And that's what I thought you'd say, but don't expect anything back from me. I'm the kind of person that means what I say. So what I'm asking is that from now on, you stop checking up on me all the time and sending all these messages and gifts. I understand that my husband is busy with work and all, but talking to me this much is driving me up the wall. Soon my husband will be back from his trip, so you can start talking with us then, so that I don't have to always be the one seeing your texts. Alright, Brooke, I'm really sorry for all of that. I totally understand how you feel about it all now. Well, if you do understand, that's great. I have a lot on my plate here, so there's no time for me to talk with you. I'm sorry, but I don't have the patience to just sit around and talk to you every day. And as for Ben, I'm the one that's raising him, so you don't have to worry about how he's doing while he's with me. Before you start to think that you can see him all the time because you're his grandma, think about how he's my son and he needs to be around me more than you. Now, I have to get going. Brooke, I have something to talk to you about. I'm asking you to please pick up your phone right now. What is it that you want with me now? Allie, calling me at 11 p.m. is very inappropriate, and I'm not going to forgive you this time if it's not for something important. I already told you before to stop talking to me all the time, so what do you want? Well, I'd like to know why at this moment, with what's going, you're trying to relax and get some sleep. Tell me right now, where are you? Why would I be anywhere else beside my house? Calling me this late at night, what the hell do you want from me? My son is trying to sleep right now as well, so stop with all this crap. If he is to wake up because of you causing me to move around, what kind of problems do you think that'll create for me? That's very strange, Brooke. You say your son is there sleeping, but he's over at my house with me. My son is? What the heck are you talking about? Ben came over to my house. I have no idea what you mean by that. Do you know how far of a trip it is for over to you guys from ours? That's not the kind of distance that some little kid like him could walk. Even an adult would have a hard time walking that far at this time of the night. I'm being serious about Ben being here with me right now. He seems to have taken the bus to get over here. The bus? That kid has never been on a bus before, so how did he take all that by himself? Ah, I think I get it now. You're at that age now where you're starting to become a little senile. Don't worry about it though, Allie, because Ben is back here with me. I'll make sure to let my husband know that his mom is starting to show signs, okay? Brooke, are you really telling me that you're not aware that Ben is not in your house right now? Could this mean that not even you are in your own house right now? Maybe you're lying to me about you having been sleeping. A senile hack like you needs to learn when to shut up. Excuse me? Do you know how hard I've worked to take care of that kid? I'm sorry that you couldn't be around your grandkid more, but we are very busy here at all times. I think you're standing to go off to deep end because of that though. You need to go to the hospital, Allie. I can tell just by the way you're acting that your brain is on a downhill slope now and needs to be looked after. Brooke, I want you to remember everything you just told me there, okay? You're going to regret every single second of it now. I have no reason to regret telling you the truth. Now don't you dare try talking to me again until my husband gets home. I think I'm on the verge of cutting ties with you now, Allie. And make sure to not even talk to my son or my husband about this anymore. Understood. If that's what you want from me, then I'm more than glad to oblige. But if you come to me after this wanting my help, I won't give a crap. I want you to take full responsibility for all you've done now, okay? Allie, I have something to ask about Ben. Wait, didn't you just tell me last night that we wouldn't talk to one another anymore for the time being? I'm sorry about that. I have something that I'd like to check out with you about. Something you'd like to check with me about? Did Ben really go over to your house? He did. It's about time you finally realized that Ben wasn't at your house at all. But that kid shouldn't have any kind of money on him, right? Yet how was he able to get on that bus last night? When you really think about it, that distance he covered was far too long for a third grader to cover. It's unbelievable, isn't it? Yes. Well, the way he got on that bus and came over here was by using the money I gave him for his birthday. Huh? You gave him money for his birthday? When did you send that to him? Recently, I had sent over that ice cream cake, right? Well, I happened to send the money with that as sort of a late birthday gift to him. I wasn't able to come see him after his birthday after all. I suppose you would have done that, huh? Ben has told me you never came home yesterday. He told me everything about what's happened between you and him while he was there. Allie, you have it all wrong. My mom ended up being really sick and needed help to be with her, and so I had to hurry up and head back to her house without a lot of time to spare. Then why didn't you just at least take Ben with you if it was back at your family's house? I had planned on being back to my house right away. But even still, that's pretty irresponsible of you to do that with him, right? Especially when you were out of the house for almost 2 whole weeks. Ah, right. You did end up coming home every now and then though. But you only came home to change into new clothes and that was all, right? Is Ben really telling you all these lies? So that's the way you're going to try and change the story for us? I have been doing all I can do to make sure that I'm always there for Ben. I'm sure he's just making me seem like a bad parent because I scolded him a little while back, but I only did that because he wasn't behaving himself. Brooke, let me tell you what condition Ben was in when he came over to our house last night. It didn't even seem that he'd seen a bath for at least a month. He told me he hadn't changed out of his clothes for almost a week and a half. There's no way he looked like that last night. After how badly he looked coming to our house with whatever strength he had left in him, I'm not going to be swayed by your pathetic excuses. He had no idea how to take the bus and had to talk with complete strangers about how to ride one. And the only reason he was able to find this house was after he took the address off the box of the ice cream cake that I'd sent a while back. He came here and told me to help him the moment I opened the door. And right after that, he passed out onto the floor. Ben passed out? What have you done to him? Don't start acting like you care. I've done nothing wrong here. You already know that this is due to him not having eaten in weeks. I had to take him right to the emergency room last night and the doctor had to run all kinds of tests on him. I had been trying so hard to be a good mother. I'm so sorry. I'll even try harder to keep an eye on him. I'm coming to see him right now. No, you're not. I don't want a beast like you raising Ben any longer. You can even feed your own child, let alone be there to make sure that he was okay. There is no point in you being a mother to him anymore, right? I happen to have a neurotic disorder. So now you're going to blame this on your illness of yours? Every single time you're going to make up an excuse to try to avoid having to be responsible for what you've done. I'm being serious about this though. My husband has been gone for so long now and I've to take care of everything in the house. And having a son that's still in elementary school is the hardest thing to handle on my own. But the last few times I've spoken to you, you made it seem all as though you were all right there. I was just doing that to avoid you. I don't think so, Brooke. For the time being, no matter what kind of excuses you may have, I'm not handling Ben back to you. I'll call the police on you. You don't have the rights to that kid. They'll come and arrest you for kidnapping him from me. If you want to call the police, go ahead and try it. Because you'll come to find that calling them will only make your situation a whole lot worse than it already is. Allie, please just give him back to me. I want my kid back right now. No matter how many times you try asking, it's not going back to you. I promise that from now on I'll put more effort into raising him while I'm alone here. Please just let me see that kid. You're being a pain in my butt. Then at the very least, don't tell my husband about this. You can keep Ben there with you for the time being, but don't tell my husband anything. I'll let you hold on to him until my husband is back in town. Brooke, you still don't understand the circumstances you've made for yourself yet? I'm not holding on to Ben because I want to keep him as my own. I'm protecting him because he came here asking for his grandmas to save him. Allie, I'll apologize for everything that's happened these past few weeks. This isn't the situation where you can apologize to me for it anymore. I had all sorts of stress build up due to having to raise that kid though. Your husband has worked the same sort of job my husband is working right now. You should be able to sympathize with the kind of feelings I'm having right now. I don't know the feeling of being home alone and having to raise a child by myself. I know very well the stress that comes with having to raise a child and all of that. But I never been in the position where I chose to ignore my child because I'd gotten tired of them. Also, I'm already telling my son about this. Huh? But he should be somewhere where he cannot receive any calls or texts, right? Yesterday he was in an area where he could receive calls for a bit, and that's when I spoke to him. Maybe it was God's doing, but the timing of it was all perfect. Perhaps he was doing it to save Ben after all the hardships he'd been through with you. Did my husband say anything about this? I don't have to tell you what your husband said. You already know how he's reacted to this. My son has been the kind of father where he's not working or doing chores. He's out playing with Ben. I know that he's had to leave you at home a lot for his job, but he always feels sorry for doing that to you guys. Yet now he's at the point where he will no longer be able to trust someone like you with his family anymore. Allie, help me, please. I don't want him to divorce me. You left your own dang son and caused him to end up malnourished? You know that there's nobody going to help you out of this now? I'm so sorry though. I really didn't mean to screw up this badly. I will never do something like this again. From now on, I'll make sure that Ben is the #1 person I think about. Ugh, that should have been the way things always were between you and your son. Please, Allie, I'll do anything to make this all up to you. I'll even let you see Ben whenever you want. and I'll never ask to talk back to you ever again. So please just forgive me for this and let's move on. You stop all that crying right now. This is not about me forgiving you or not now. Every time you opened your mouth, a lie came out, and anytime it wasn't a lie, it was some crappy excuse. I'm not going to continue discussing all of this with someone that can't learn from their mistakes. I am learning though. How else was I supposed to go about all of this before without anyone's help? And now you want me just to accept what's happening here? I've been a housewife all my life and now I'm being threatened with a divorce? My gosh, even now all you're thinking about is yourself? You haven't even expressed any worry about the condition Ben is in this whole time. So you're never going to see this boy again. It's too difficult for me to even understand why such a sweet boy had to go through something as terrible and heart-wrenching as this. How about before we continue anything, you go to the doctor and get yourself checked out? Tell them that you have troubles caring for kids and only ever think about is yourself. I'm sure they might be able to get you the help you need and get down to the bottom of that neurosis you have. From there, Ben's father came all the way back from his work and divorced Brooke on the spot. And with no issues at all, the judge made sure that full custody of Ben went to his father. And after discussions between the judge and both sides' lawyers, it was divorced that the reason behind Brooke never being home for those 2 weeks was due to her having another affair. And now, everyone has come to the conclusion that she deserves no more time with Ben. However, there is a concern about my son having full custody of Ben still, since he has to always travel for work, leaving Ben all alone at home. And so my son has been thinking about quitting that job of his and being here with his son more often. However, the one that told him not to do that was Ben himself. He told his father that the job he had is so cool and that he loves him no matter if he's gone for short periods of time. And so, because of that reason, my son has asked to move back in with myself and his father, and now the 4 of us live in this house together. And now that Ben is surrounded by both his grandparents, he's living the dream of always being spoiled before and after school every day. As for Brooke, her parents had disowned her over what had happened, and so she's on her own now working a low-end job. But in her current situation, she'll need to find more work to make money off than just having one job. Because if she doesn't, she'll be in debt for a very, very long time. And as for the man she had an affair with, he was also married, and so his wife ended up asking her for a settlement when she found out about their romance. I'm not sure what's going through the mind of Brooke at this moment, but I hope it has something to do with her regretting what she'd done to Ben, and we'll learn from it soon. Of course, everything she did is unforgivable, and so I never think I'll ever see the day that I do choose to forgive her. Just thinking about how Ben had written that letter to us back then, it makes me cry every time knowing that he was sending us such a sweet letter when his life at home was so miserable. I really wish that Brooke would have just asked me for help and I could have been over there right away to help take some of her parenting stress off her shoulders. But after never being able to see one another, he finally found whatever strength he had left to find his way to me asking for my help. I'm never going to let Ben have any more heartbreaking memories like this in his life. From now on, I'll do everything I can to make sure that Ben lives the happiest life he can, and to do so, I'm going to be spoiling the heck out of him. Thank you for watching and listening. We hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe. Also, feel free to leave a comment about what you thought of the story.
Hi, Stacy. I hope I'm not messaging you at a bad time. I was wondering if you have a minute to chat.
Good morning, Olivia. You didn't catch me at a bad time at all. I was just having a cup of tea after finishing my morning chores. Is everything all right?
Yes, everything is okay on my end. But, you know, I keep in touch with your daughter, right?
Yes, of course. Chrissy tells me you to exchange messages quite often. I remember she downloaded the message app with you on the day she got her smartphone, like yesterday.
Yes, you are right. We've been messaging each other practically every day since she got her phone. Gee, how long ago was that?
I think it was when she was 9 years old. So, it's been 3 years already.
Has it been that long? Time flies.
Doesn't it? Back then, I was quite hesitant to give my daughter a smartphone at such a young age. But it was around the time Nick was assigned to his project in Asia, so I hoped it would help us get through his absence.
Yes, I remember you were worried. I know it wasn't an easy decision.
I was so nervous at first. But I think it was a good call to give her a smartphone after all. She is a smart child, so she understands her boundaries, and it's been very helpful. she is able to keep in contact with her dad, and I can get a hold of her whenever I need. I'm able to feel more secure knowing she has a smartphone with her.
I'm glad you feel that way. I can see it worked well for your family. Nick must feel the same since he is able to keep in touch with her from across the globe. But it's been nice that Nick has been able to come back home more often now.
Not enough, but yes. He should be coming home for a couple of days next month, too.
Oh, that's wonderful. I am very happy that you three have a great relationship. I always love it when you come visit me as a family.
Thanks. We will be visiting you together when he comes back next time. Anyways, Olivia, did you need to tell me something?
Yes. Sorry, I went off track. There's one thing that's been concerning me. I heard from Chrissy that you have been very busy lately. She told me you come home way past supper time.
Oh, was this about me? Well, yes. I have been coming home later than I would like to recently.
Chrissy told me how you would come home as late as 9 p.m.
Yes, I guess I have done that a couple of times. Sorry to make you worry.
I know I should mind my own business, but you know, I'm old. Worrying is like an old person's job. Chrissy, on the other hand, is only 12 years old. And I just don't feel so comfortable hearing that my 12-year-old granddaughter is home alone until 9 p.m.
I understand. Just to let you know, though, I don't always come home that late. I've had important errands to run and people to meet. It just happened to occur around the same time, so I was suddenly super busy. But it's not like I come home at 9 every night, so please don't worry too much.
Oh, okay. I must have misunderstood Chrissy then, because I thought she was saying you haven't been home early for weeks now.
She might have been sarcastic with you. You know, she's a 12-year-old, so she does that a lot these days. Anyways, things have settled down now, so I won't be as late anymore. Thanks for looking out for my daughter, though.
Of course, but if you need my help, I'm happy to come over and stay with Chrissy. If you prefer, she can stay with me at my house too. I'm sure you have plans with friends or things that you want to do. There's nothing wrong with having a good time once in a while. So if you need an adult to look after her while you're out, just let me know. Besides, I've got nothing to do anyways.
Thanks, Olivia. That's very thoughtful of you. But I don't think your help will be necessary. In fact, I would prefer to keep our lives to ourselves. And by that, I mean we would like to be independent. No offense.
None taken. I understand what you're saying. Sorry, dear. I didn't mean to be nosy. It is not my intention to interfere in your life. I just want to make sure you two are safe. That's all. I will respect your privacy.
I know you would, Olivia. I think we have a very good relationship right now, and I feel very grateful for that. I think by respecting each other's privacy, we can keep it that way, you know? So, like I said, there's no need for you to feel that you need to help us. It's best for the both of us.
I get it, and I appreciate your honesty. But I've been asked from Nick to see how you two are doing while he is away, and now Chrissy has told me in person that she is alone at night sometimes. So please understand, I'm simply worried. I'm not trying to force myself into your family or anything.
I understand, Olivia. And I hope you understand, too, that I have good reasons for coming home late sometimes. I'm raising Chrissy on my own at the moment, so from time to time, I will get very busy trying to shuffle everything. But not because I'm a bad mother.
Stacy, you are a wonderful mother to Chrissy. I will be careful not to overstep. I promise. I'm sorry if you felt that I have. All right, I've kept you long enough. You and Chrissy take care. Hi, Stacy. Can I talk to you for a minute? I know I said I wouldn't interfere too much, but Chrissy told me you've been coming home late again recently. Is everything okay? I am very worried.
Again, Olivia? I thought you said you were going to respect my privacy. I really don't owe you an explanation for anything. I have my own good reasons. Please stay out of it.
I did say that I would respect your privacy, but I can't ignore when it comes to the safety of my own granddaughter, or any child, actually. She waits for you alone at night. How can I possibly not say anything? She is 12 years old, Stacy.
I know how old my daughter is. Listen, I had a thing I couldn't miss. So I came home late one time, that's all. I kept in touch with Chrissy while I was out to make sure she was okay. So there really isn't anything for you to worry about.
What was it that you couldn't miss?
I was just seeing someone I don't get to see often.
Was this person so important that you were willing to risk your daughter's safety?
What is that you really want to say to me? Are you saying I'm not allowed to see anyone because I'm a mother? Am I not allowed to enjoy myself because I must take care of my child? You know what? I've had enough of your scolding, Olivia. You really are overstepping now.
Of course you're allowed to see anyone you want, but Chrissy said she saw you getting in the car with a man she doesn't know. So I wanted to clarify who this important person is.
Excuse me? Oh my God, you think I'm cheating on Nick? How dare you? He's just a friend.
Chrissy said you came home late the night she saw you with him. So I think you do need to explain yourself. I can understand that you're upset that I am suspicious of you, but your actions are leading me to it. So, if I am misunderstanding you, then please explain.
Fine. Perhaps my actions were suspicious enough for you to think that, but you can't assume I'm cheating on Nick from what a 12-year-old tells you. They are rebellious and sarcastic. Like I said, he's just a friend who came to pick me up on our way to see some friends. And to be clear, I am not cheating on my husband.
That is why I am asking you directly, Stacy. Because I don't think you are the kind of person to cheat. I have known you as my daughter-in-law for several years now. I trust you.
Well then, you should have believed me in the first place and never said such silly things. You're hurting my feelings.
If that is what you would like me to do, then stop doing things that would make me suspicious of you. I'm trying really hard to trust you, but your actions speak otherwise. Do you understand what I'm saying?
I do, and I'm sorry. Maybe I have been irresponsible. I wasn't really thinking about Chrissy enough, but I need time off from motherhood too. I need to go out and have fun sometimes. I am going to explode if I don't.
Of course you do. I fully agree that wives and mothers should be able to take a break. So, I'm not saying that you need to stop taking one.
Right? I don't have Nick around to help me. I deserve to take a break or to enjoy myself.
But you still need to prioritize your family, and especially the safety of your child. You're Chrissy's only mom, and I know Nick is counting on you too. So if you need to take time off, just tell me. I can stay with her while you go and have fun. I have absolutely no problem with that. That is all I am saying. You don't even have to tell me where you're going if you don't want to.
Okay. I'm sorry, Olivia. I realize I have been selfish. I guess I was trying too hard to do everything on my own. I didn't know how else to free myself. But I see that's no excuse to leave my daughter at home at night. I was irresponsible.
I fully understand you are under lots of pressure without Nick around. It's okay to use an extra set of hands and let that burden off your shoulders sometimes. And if you need me to be those extra set of hands, by all means, use them please. I will come to help anytime, so don't push yourself so hard.
Thank you, Olivia. I won't do anything that will make you suspicious of me anymore, and I will make sure Chrissy feels safe at all times.
Oh, I am so glad you understand. I know you are a good mother to Chrissy. Hey, I know her birthday is coming up this weekend. Despite all your hardships of taking care of her on your own, I hope you can find a way to enjoy your time with her on her special day. Do you have any plans?
Nothing in particular, but I will be spending the day with her. I will make sure she has fun on her birthday. Sorry to cause you worry, Olivia, and thank you for being honest with me. Grandma, help! I don't know what to do.
Chrissy, is everything all right? What's the matter?
There's blood everywhere. How do you stop it?
What? Where are you bleeding? Did you hurt yourself?
I was going to catch a bus to visit you, but I ran into another kid on the bike when I was walking down the block. There's blood all over the place.
You were on your way to visit me? Alone?
Yes, because there's no one home. I was going to go to your house to surprise you.
Where's your mom? I thought you were spending the day with her.
She went out to buy my birthday cake in the morning, but she hasn't been home since. I was lonely. I didn't want to end the day alone. Grandma, help! What should I do? The kid from the bike is crying. He's bleeding badly.
Okay, so you're not the one bleeding, but the boy from the bike? Are you hurt at all? I have a scratch, but that's all.
He's younger than me. He's crying, and his bleeding won't stop.
I understand your situation. Do you know where you are?
By the park down my block. Do you remember? The one with the yellow slide? I was just passing by when he came out of nowhere and we crashed.
I'm so sorry, dear. You must have been terrified.
I think he is more scared than I am.
You're right. Can you make out where he is bleeding from? Did he hurt his head? And are there any adults around you?
I think it's coming from his leg, near his knee. He's wearing a helmet, so his head is okay, I think. I don't see his parents or any adult from where I am right now.
Okay. All right, honey. Thank you for telling me. I have a friend who lives right in front of the park, so I will ask her to help you right away. You stay put.
Is he going to be okay? Should he be going to the hospital?
Everything is going to be okay, sweetheart. I will ask my friend to call an ambulance if it seems urgent. I am already in my car to come get you. I can take him to the hospital in my car if that's necessary. I will be there in 10 minutes. You don't need to worry about anything. Can you stay by his side so he calms down?
Okay. I am shaking, Grandma. I am so scared.
It's going to be okay. An adult is coming in a second, honey. Try to talk to him. Tell him that everything will be okay. I know you can do it, sweetie. You're a big girl now.
Okay, I will try to comfort him as much as possible.
Thank you, Chrissy. You are doing great. Hang tight. I'll be there before you know it. Hi, Stacy. How's Chrissy? Is she enjoying her birthday?
Hi, Olivia. Yes, she is enjoying it very much. She loves her birthday cake. I ordered a special one for today.
She loves it? Are you sure about that?
What? Of course I am sure. Why wouldn't she be? Oh, but I haven't had the chance to give her the present you prepared for her yet. I will keep it as a surprise for tomorrow. She should be in touch with you by then. Sorry for not giving it to her today, but I hope you don't mind.
Stacy, if there's one thing that I do mind, is about you not looking after your daughter. Why are you lying to me? What has gotten into you?
What lie? What are you talking about?
Chrissy is with me now. You're still not home, are you? And you're even lying about the cake. You never went to pick anything up. I don't think you had anything ordered in the first place. Where have you been all this time?
Huh? Chrissy is with you? Why? How are you with her? Did you invite yourself in?
You should be relieved that she is with me, safe. You don't even know what she has been through today. The poor child is taking a nap right now in my bedroom. And you have a lot of explaining to do.
Wait a second. Why is she at your house? Did you take her from our house without telling me?
She was headed to my house to surprise me when she got into an accident with another child today. She reached out to me for help because she didn't know where you were. She told me how you haven't been home since you went out to pick her birthday cake up. She had no idea when you were coming home, so she reached out to me instead of you.
Hold on. What accident? You're joking, right? I'm her mom and no one thought of telling me sooner? Why hasn't anyone told me about the accident? Is she okay?
She crashed into a boy on a bicycle. Both of them are okay. The boy on the bike was younger than Chrissy and hurt his knee, but nothing serious. They were both very shaken up, but I was able to handle the situation.
Jesus, Olivia. If no one was seriously injured, don't scare me like that. I'm glad they are both okay.
You should have been there for her, you fool. Chrissy was terrified. The boy was bleeding and he wouldn't stop crying, and his parents weren't around when it happened. But she kept on comforting him until I arrived. He had calmed down by the time I got there. His knee was bleeding pretty badly, though, so I could see why both of them were scared.
Did you talk to his parents?
Yes, it's all done now.
Wow, okay. Well, I guess I owe you thanks for handling everything.
I did what was necessary, but now I would like to talk about you. The fact that you didn't know Chrissy wasn't home tells me you are still not home right now. So where the hell are you? And where the hell have you been doing all day? Have you forgotten about her? What were you going to tell Chrissy? That you had to take the plane to go get to the cake shop?
I just got stuck in traffic. There was a huge accident on the road that I couldn't go anywhere until they cleared the scene. That's all. Just couldn't make it home sooner by chance.
You've been stuck in traffic? Chrissy told me you left for the cake before noon. That's nearly half a day ago. You do know it's past 9 p.m. now, right? Where was the accident? I haven't heard of any accident big enough to stop the traffic for half a day.
I don't know the details. I didn't witness the scene. But I'm telling you, there was a lot of traffic and I was stuck. Perhaps there was a bad crash or something. You can't blame the accident on me, though. I had nothing to do with it. And I didn't choose to get stuck.
I see. So then you're saying you haven't got home by coincidence. You didn't plan any of it. And you didn't mean to abandon your daughter for more than 10 hours?
Exactly. I promise I won't let Chrissy feel unsafe. I meant that. I would never leave her on purpose. Don't you believe me? You have to give me a little bit of trust.
Stacy, I wish you would stop lying to me. You think you're making up good stories, but you are just a bad liar. I would find out the truth so easily. I don't understand why you can't see that.
Excuse me? I am not lying. I don't even know why you think that. I am telling you the truth.
Stop it, Stacy. Chrissy was watching you leave the house this morning when you said you were off to get the cake. She said you left in a man's car, the same guy Chrissy saw you with the other day, which means you left your car in the driveway. So tell me, you have been stuck in traffic with him this whole time? Is that correct? And it didn't even bother you that you have been stuck in traffic for that long while your daughter is alone at home? You didn't think to message her to tell her what was going on?
See, the cake shop was quite far. I am not a confident driver, so I asked my friend to drive me. How's that so bad? I didn't message her because I've had bad reception. And for the millionth time, he is just a friend. Is it a sin for a woman to have a male friend? I think you all have such dirty minds to immediately assume that I am cheating on my husband just because I am with another man.
Are you sure he is just a friend? Are you sure you are not lying to me again? Because you are digging your own grave to lie upon more lies. I assure you, I will find out if you are lying.
I have nothing to hide. He is just a good friend who helps me get around. I'm not lying.
All right then. I will ask a private investigator to look into this matter. It will help us find out who he is and what sort of relationship he has with you. I'm sure you don't mind me hiring one if you don't have anything to hide.
Huh? A private investigator? You're going to hire someone to look into my friend?
Yes, that's the plan. I told Nick what happened today. He said he wants to find out who he is. He will be back sooner than originally planned to look into this matter more seriously. But in the meantime, ask me to call a few investigations to start the process.
Hey, wait a second. You told Nick. You can't do that.
What makes you think I would keep this from my son? I had asked you respectfully not to leave Chrissy at home by herself. I even offered you my help if you ever needed. That conversation was only a couple days ago. You couldn't keep your promise for a week. You have put your own daughter in danger. How do you expect me to keep this a secret? I refuse to let you risk Chrissy's safety.
But, Olivia, that's not fair. He only knows your side of the story. What did he say anyways?
He said he would make his final decision based on what we find out about your friend. But at the moment, he is outraged about how you have treated Chrissy. He is in disbelief and does not trust you with her anymore. He considers your action as abuse and is thinking about divorcing you.
What? A divorce? No, that can't happen. You have to make him stop. He can't divorce me.
Stacy, I don't think you are understanding the situation correctly. You are the reason Chrissy got into an accident in the first place. If you didn't abandon her, she never would have tried to come to my house on her own. No one would have gotten hurt. I don't know if you're cheating on Nick or not, but as far as I can tell, you have prioritized your friend over Chrissy, and your choice has led to where you stand now. So you have no right to blame me or Nick.
But a divorce? Come on, Both of you are just overreacting. How can you people be so cruel? Don't you have any sympathy for me? You are his mom. You don't think divorcing me is the best option for your son?
Of course I do. In fact, I am very proud that he sees the seriousness in the situation, unlike you. I am proud that he is the kind of man who can prioritize his daughter's safety above all. And if he thinks divorcing you is best for Chrissy, well, I support his decision 100%.
No way. What am I going to do? How am I going to survive without him supporting me? I've been a housewife for all these years. I can't work. I can't live without Nick.
Don't ask me what to do. I can't help you on this one. You're an adult, Stacy. You should also have a brain. You need to learn how to think for yourself.
But you caused this. If you didn't tell Nick, none of this would have happened. I thought we had a bond, Olivia. How could you ignore my feelings? You know what it's like to be a mom. You could have been more sympathetic. You even agreed that women need breaks for their own homes. Have you forgotten? Were you just pretending to be my friend? I thought you understood me, Olivia.
A break? Seriously? You must be crazy if you think I or anyone else would ever approve you abandoning your child to spend time with another man. And to do that on her birthday. That is not taking a break. That is you being selfish, irresponsible, and abusive. It is outrageous and will not be accepted. I have never been so furious at someone like this. I do not have any sympathy for you.
You prefer for us to get a divorce then? Your son won't find anyone else after failing his first marriage, and Chrissy will be raised by a single father. Do you see how society would perceive them? Their lives would be ruined. Can you let yourself live with that?
Me? Oh, I can live with that all right. If at all, you are the one who ruined their lives. But frankly, their lives would have been much happier without you in it. They don't need an absent mother or a cheating wife. I will give up everything to look after them both. They will have much less to worry about. Once you are alone, you will realize what a fool you have been. But hey, it won't matter, right? You'll get to take that nice long break you always wanted from being a mom or a wife. My son came back right away to discuss what has happened while he was away. Chrissy and I gave him all the details, and he was devastated to find out Chrissy's safety has been jeopardized multiple times. Stacy tried to defend herself, but it didn't change his decision to divorce her, seeing that she has prioritized herself over their daughter. It wasn't hard for the private investigator to find out who Stacy's friend was either. They got a hold of a few surveillance cameras that captured them together, in which they were clearly more than just friends. Chrissy and her father sued both of them for child endangerment and emotional distress. Saying that the two intentionally left Chrissy repeatedly to see each other, the court saw the serious danger caused and they were able to win the case. Stacy didn't stand a chance at winning Chrissy's custody, of course, and seemed to have given up at an early stage, which made Chrissy a little sad, which she got over fairly quickly. Nick has officially moved back now, and the three of us live together. Chrissy doesn't miss her mom much, since she was never around to begin with. For me, it has felt like I'm a full-time mom again, which is hard sometimes, but I'm glad to be there to support the two, and that Chrissy will not feel lonely again. I don't know how Stacy ended up the way she did, but I hope the divorce taught her a good lesson, and that she regrets her selfishness now that she is the one alone.
Hi, Elle. I just received your gift in the mail today. Thank you so much for the beautiful diary. The leather cover is stunning. I finally understand why you stopped me from buying a boring notebook at the store last time I saw you.
Hi, Uncle Adam. Happy birthday. I'm glad you liked my present. I just wanted to make sure you get a special one, because I know how important it is for you to keep a diary. And now the diary will remind you of me every day.
I sure will. Any gift from you is special, but this one was also very thoughtful of you. Thank you so much. You are the closest thing I have to a daughter. You will always be special to me, Elle.
Thanks, Uncle. You're special to me, too. You're like a father to me. Aside from my other dad.
That's very sweet of you, honey. But don't say that in front of your dad. You did before and he became really jealous.
I know. That was pretty funny.
For you, maybe. Anyway, how are you these days? I heard from your dad that you moved in with your in-laws. How's that going for you?
I did, a couple months ago. Only temporary, though.
I see. What made you make that move? Isn't it hard to have to take care of your in-laws? Or are they so nice that you don't mind spending time with them?
Well, not really. I thought they were really nice at first. But once we decided to move in with them, things kind of changed. Oh, but, please don't tell any of this to my dad. I don't want him to think I have bad things to say about my in-laws.
I know, honey. I won't spill a word to your dad. I understand relationships with in-laws can be very sensitive, but you shouldn't let them treat you badly.
Yes, I agree.
Are they bothering you in any way? Your mother-in-law isn't bullying you or anything, is she?
Well, not particularly. I think she just loves her son too much, you know? Like, she thinks I took him from her or something. So she'll say things to me that are unpleasant, I guess. Or she would forget to prepare my meal at the dinner table. Just small things like that.
Elle, that's not a small thing. She's toxic. She can't treat you like that. What does Wayne do when she does such things to you? He shouldn't be letting his mother treat you badly.
Oh, Wayne is great. He defends me always. So don't worry about that part. And I think it's just her personality. She's just a jealous person. I try not to worry about it too much.
If I were you, I'd move out of that house in a heartbeat. You shouldn't be anywhere near toxic people. It's a waste of breath.
Wayne thinks it was a bad move for us too. But we only moved in because Wayne's relocation got extended. We found out he wasn't going anywhere after we told our landlord we were moving out of our previous apartment. And then his parents found out our situation and asked us to move in with them until Wayne got his relocation.
It all happened at what seems to be imperfect timing, huh?
Exactly.
Still, you should have seen a red flag.
I know. She begged Wayne, telling him how much it would mean for her to be living together, even if it was temporary. Then she really missed him since we lived a bit far from them. That's why we ended up saying yes. Besides, we were expecting Wayne to get his official notice to relocate in a month or so. Anyway, we hope to move out soon. We pay them rent every month, which is fine. But it's too silly for us to keep paying them when we don't even feel that comfortable around them, you know? We would rather spend money on a comfortable home for ourselves. But she doesn't know that we're planning to leave.
I think you and Wayne would be much better off if you move out. Life is too short to waste any time on bullies.
I couldn't agree more, Uncle. I will try to distance myself from them. I'm sure it won't go on forever, though. She was never mean to me before. I think she just gets jealous when we're together in front of her. She should get herself back again once we're out of the house, because then she won't have to witness her son spending time with his wife every day. Okay, enough complaining for now. Anyway, I'm doing alright, so please don't worry. Sorry if my update has annoyed you. But I feel much better now that I've told you. Thanks for listening.
Anytime, Elle, anytime. I'm the one who asked you how you were doing anyway. I hope your situation gets better as soon as possible, but like I said, you really shouldn't be wasting any time on bullies. Try to get out of there as soon as possible. Make sure Wayne understands your situation too, and if anything happens, you can tell me anytime.
Hello? Elle? Where the hell are you? Why haven't you come back from grocery shopping already? You better not be procrastinating out there.
Hi, Deanne. I'm sorry. I just finished shopping. I will stop by the dry cleaner next and be on my way back.
You are so slow. If I were you, I'd be back in an hour. Get moving. You have other chores to take care of. God, why can't you do anything right? You don't know how to shop, clean, or cook, or anything. By the way, you should get your tasting checked out. The food you prepared last night was so thick in flavor. I will not tolerate bad cooking on my table again.
Oh, sorry. I will go light on the sauce tonight.
Duh, you better. Or else you're going to get everyone sick. Wait a second. Did you do it on purpose? Because Wayne is gone and on his business trip? You're doing it to bully me while he's out of town, aren't you?
Of course not, Deanne.
I bet you are. I never feel any kindness from you. My husband agrees with me, you know. You think less of us because we're your in-laws.
What? I never thought about that. I care about you as much as I care for my own parents. Please don't say such things.
Well, if you mean what you say, you should be showering us with treats. Perhaps take us somewhere nice and show us that you care.
Where do you want to go?
Somewhere quiet and relaxing. With lots of nature, like the woods or by the lake. I've been wanting to go on vacation with Wayne for a while. It would be a terrific treat for me.
That sounds nice.
You know how your mother posts pictures on the SNS?
Yes, she started recently. Looks like she's having a good time. What about it, though?
Well, her post showed up when I was on my smartphone the other day. And I saw her picture from when she visited your family's cottage.
I see.
I've always wanted to stay at a gorgeous cottage with my family. Why didn't you ever tell me about this place? I never knew you had people in your family who can own such beautiful property like that.
Oh, well, I guess I do.
You should ask them if we can stay at the cottage.
I don't know, Deanne. The cottage is really far from here. It will be such a long drive, like 5 or 6 hours.
Well, I'm sure my husband won't mind driving. The men can take turns. If that's not enough, all of us will take turns. It's not a big problem. You will ask them, won't you?
I guess. Why not? Don't get your hopes up too much, though.
What? Why? Are we not good enough for your family? Your mother can stay there, but we can't?
No, that's not what I mean. The owners usually rent the cottage out to visitors. It's their business, so it's not like we can't go anytime we want to.
I'm sure they can squeeze us in somewhere.
But if you tell me they won't, I will assume you don't want us to stay at your family's cottage. That we are not worth your effort to ask them. So consider this a test to prove just how much you care for us.
Deanne, I don't own the cottage. I will try, but I can't promise anything.
Don't give me any excuses. You will get them to say yes, no matter what. Oh, and I almost forgot. You need to pick up some dog food for Bingo. It will run out after his dinner tonight. He needs the organic one sold at the vet's.
The vet? That's on the other side of town, right?
Yes, so? Do you have a problem with that?
No, of course not. I will go get some right away.
Good. But be quick, you are already late.
Deanne, do you know when you'll be back home? It's been a while since you left to go get your car washed. Is there a line at the car wash? And Bingo's sitter hasn't arrived yet. Can you give me their number? I bet they're lost, so I'll call them.
No one is coming to get Bingo, honey.
Huh?
Elle, you are so oblivious.
What? What are you talking about?
It's been over an hour since we've been to get our car washed.
Yes, that's why I'm checking in with you.
We're not coming home to pick you up. We have left for the cottage without you. You will stay behind with the dog.
Huh? But I have the keys.
No, you don't. I took them from your bag before I left. Now I have the keys and know the address to the cottage. We are good to go. Your services are no longer needed. I can't wait to see Wayne there. The three of us will enjoy our quality family time at the cottage. I am so excited to be able to vacation with my son, but without any nuisance.
You've planned this all along, haven't you? I was never included in this trip.
Of course you weren't. Remember, I said family vacation.
So I'm not family to you?
No. You have your own job as Bingo's sitter. You need to take good care of him.
Fine, so be it then.
Don't even think about telling Wayne, or else you will never be included in this family. Do I make myself clear? I will tell him you couldn't make it because you are sick. Surely you understand. We just want to have a good time with our son. Right, honey? If you truly care, and if you really want to be a part of this family, you will obey.
I get it. I won't tell Wayne.
Oh, good, you understand. I'm so glad you get it, for once. You will stay home and take care of the dog. Make sure he doesn't ruin the house while we're gone. Perhaps you can use this opportunity to clean the house too. If you can do those two things right, then maybe I will consider accepting you into our family. So remember what I said and get cracking.
Elle, have you arrived at the cottage?
I think so.
What do you mean you think so? How is it? You haven't been there for a while now, have you? Are your in-laws liking it too?
Well, I don't really know because I was kind of left behind.
Because I apparently have a job to do, which is to take care of the dog. He's keeping me good company, though.
Huh? What the hell? They made you stay to take care of the dog? You invited them to the cottage, though, not the other way around.
They were never going to take me. It was all planned. They told me they were getting the car washed before heading to the cottage. They said they'd be back to pick me up, but they never did. It was a lie, and I didn't know.
Jesus, Elle, how could they do that to you? I only agreed to let your family use the cottage because you asked. And now they have left you?
I am so sorry, Uncle Adam. I was very stupid not to realize in the first place.
Don't apologize, it's not your fault. I have gone too far to use you like this. What the hell is Wayne doing? Where is he?
He doesn't know anything. He's been on a long business trip for the past couple of weeks. He is headed straight to the cottage from the airport, so he doesn't know his parents left me. And Diane told me not to say anything to him. She said that I need to obey her if I want her to consider me as family.
Elle, sweetheart, is that what you really want? To get acknowledged by toxic in-laws?
No, but me fighting them won't make things any better. And we're moving out soon. I don't want to cause any more trouble.
What does your father-in-law do?
What? He's in sales. He works for a brand that makes office supplies, I think. Why are you asking me this?
Tell me the name of his company, and also Wayne's number. As a courtesy, I will let him know what's about to go down.
Uncle Adam? What are you thinking?
No one messes with my girl. They will get what they deserve. I will not let him get away with this. And Elle, even if you move out, I don't think your mother-in-law is a type of person who will stop tormenting you. She will continue to do so, every chance she gets, no matter where you are. So, she needs to learn the hard way that this all stops now.
You are right. She won't stop. I'll talk to Wayne. He needs to know what she's done to me. I will also tell my in-laws how I feel about the way they treat me. How they hurt my feelings all along. Not that I think they would listen to anything I say.
You should tell them anyway, and something needs to be done so that they won't bother you again. Oh boy, I've never been so glad to have some power in the world of business.
Uncle, what are you going to do?
I won't do anything that would get you in trouble. I'm just gonna add some spice to this situation. Don't mind me, though. You go on and tell him that you won't take any more crap.
Oh my god, Elle. Your uncle is the CEO of one of the most famous firms in this state? His firm is my husband's biggest client. Yes, he is. He's a very powerful man. Why didn't we know about this? Why didn't you tell us? If we've known that you were his niece, we never would have left you behind. My uncle may be a CEO, but I'm just an ordinary housewife. Please don't mind me. How can we not? This is unbelievable. He is threatening to cut his deal with my husband's company. Do you know how hard he worked to close the deal with your uncle's firm? My husband's reputation is ruined. Or worse, he could lose his job. Oh, is that so? Wayne just arrived and told us what's going on. Your uncle is enraged about how we left you behind to use his cottage. I guess my uncle couldn't control his temper after all. This is not funny, it is very serious. Listen, Elle. I am sorry for how we treated you since you've moved in with us. I apologize deeply. So can you please ask your uncle not to terminate business with my husband's company? You want me to ask? Who else can talk to him? Well, Diane, I have put a lot of effort into trying to build a good relationship with you. But I've learned in the past several months that no matter what I do, nothing will ever satisfy you. Nothing I do will ever be enough. You simply dislike me. What? No, that is not true. I have liked you always. Well, from my perspective, there was not a single moment that I felt you liked me. Wayne agrees too. But it got worse every time he tried to talk to you about your attitude towards me. You would become furious and bully me even more. There is not one episode of you being kind to me, ever, since we began living together. I really wanted to be your friend, Diane. I really did. But too bad. It was all meaningless. It's not meaningless. We are good friends. In fact, I have always been very impressed by you. You always get everything done perfectly, and you are never fazed. Even when I was tough on you, you have always been respectful. Oh, wow. Well, I think you're lying to me again. But sure, I am glad if I at least have been useful for you. So what, though? We will be better friends from now on. Right now, your father-in-law is very upset. And you know, he never actually did anything to you. No, he didn't. Because he does whatever you say. But I think ignoring what is going on is as bad as bullying. He always knew you were bullying me, but he didn't stop you or help me. To me, that means you two were in it together. That usually calm, quiet man is about to burst with anger. He told me it's my fault if he ever loses his career. You brought the situation upon yourselves. I admit we have been very cold to you. We would like to formally apologize for our actions. We will never do anything to hurt you again. So please, Elle, give us a chance. What can we do for you to forgive us? Well, let me see. For starters, perhaps you can mow the grass around the cottage before you leave. And clean all the windows. You want me to clean the cottage? I thought this cottage gets regular housekeeping services. You're staying there for free. I'm sure you're grateful enough to help keep the cottage nice. Okay, fine, sure. I will do it. I mean, I will love to do it. You will forgive us once we're done with those two tasks? Hell no. I have much more conditions for you. You will take on half of the housework until we move out. I will not let you treat me like a slave anymore. And once we move out of your house, we are never living under the same roof ever again. You will also not be permitted inside our new home. What? I'm not invited to your house? How will I see my son then? If you want to see Wayne, you will have to ask him to come to you. If you can, that is. He is ready to disown us right now. He will never come to see us. If I'm not allowed to visit your house, I will never see my own son. You have to help me see him. Well, why is he ready to disown you, Diane? Because you've mistreated me, correct? So why are you asking me, of all people, to help you see him? It doesn't make any sense. But, you know what? You are right about everything. I will accept everything you say. I will obey you from now on. So please, tell your uncle that everything has been solved. Tell him you have forgiven us and that we are friends now. Okay, I'll think about it. Think about it? You're not going to forgive us? Will you not talk to your uncle? Please. I will consider forgiving you. But don't get your hopes up too much. Come on, Elle. Please don't be so stubborn. I know you care about us. We are your family, aren't we? Huh. Don't make me laugh, Diane. You're the one who said I'm not your family. Don't you remember? You just said it yesterday when you left me with your poor dog. I'm sorry. I really am deeply sorry. What I said to you was wrong. I take it back. I was just jealous, you see. Wayne cares about you so much. I was feeling hurt because it felt like he was always on your side and never mine. It was stupid of me to be jealous of you. But I never really meant that you're not family. It felt like a lot more than jealousy. It felt like hatred to me. And you sounded pretty clear about how you felt about me. Elle, I am so sorry. We are old. If my husband loses his career, we won't survive. I know you are too nice to let us die on the streets. Please, you have to help us. I am begging you. What happens to you guys after this depends on your actions. I will not have any empathy because no matter what you say, I don't consider you as my family. So you better get cracking and do as I say. If you don't, well, then I guess I'll have to assume I'm not worth your effort. So consider this a test to prove how much you care for me. My in-laws obeyed and made sure the cottage was fully maintained before they came back home. After returning, Diane was so scared to take me off that she became cautious not to do anything wrong around me. It was particularly funny in the kitchen because every time I was in there cooking, she would slowly come up to me and offer to take over everything that I was doing. I had barely touched anything in the kitchen during my last few weeks in their house. Wayne's father, paranoid that he would lose his job, became suddenly nice to me too. The way they changed their attitude was rather entertaining. Overall, they both kept their distance from me as much as possible and handled their own chores, which was a huge relief for me. It stayed that way until Wayne and I left the house shortly after. Thankfully, we were able to find a lovely home away from them. When they left behind to use my uncle's cottage, I initially thought I would be satisfied enough if I just told them they were mistreating me and that I would no longer take it. But now that I think about it, my uncle was probably right. Diane would have continued to bully me even after I told them to stop, or even if we moved out. Thanks to my uncle and his power, though, I don't have to worry about her coming to bully me ever again. Now that they are not around, I'm able to enjoy my life again. I never had time for myself when I lived with the in-laws, because I was required to do all the housework. I tried to answer their demands in hope of being accepted into the family, but I now realize that I shouldn't have wasted my time for bullies. I began to work from home again, which has helped me gain confidence and feel more secure. By the way, Uncle Adam is an intelligent, moral businessman who understands his boundaries. He never would have used his power to get my father-in-law fired. Uncle Adam only told Wayne to tell his father that he knows about the deal between their company. They just let their imagination run wild after that. I'm assuming they panicked because deep down they knew they were mistreating me and assumed that my uncle could use it against them. Understanding how bullies react, my uncle assumed their guilty conscience would quickly take over and switch to self-protection mode, leading them to frantically apologize to me. And boy, did he ever guess right. Wayne says his parents don't need to know the truth, so I am sure they will continue to be afraid of me and my uncle until retirement. Wayne should be getting his official notice for an overseas assignment soon. When he does, I will go with him, and we will be even farther from them than we are now. I am glad we'll be out of their reach, so that I don't have to worry about them showing up on my front door. My experience with Wayne's parents really taught me to use time on people that truly matter. No matter where I am in the future, I am sure this life lesson will follow. And I know I will be living a happy life with only the people I care about.
Thank you for watching. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel.